All right, Rick Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, man, what's up?
Hey, good to be with y'all this morning. Good morning, everybody. Man, Rick, first, let me just say thank you. I was in Cleveland last night with the National Council of Black Women, their president, President Jackson, and almost 200 sisters last night came out to celebrate not only Shirley Chisholm's birthday, but the work that some amazing sisters are doing around civil rights and social justice in the city of Cleveland. So big up to y'all. Thank you for having me. Man, Rick, listen,
Yep.
Kay and I have been talking even offline about what Trump has done now. And in this period where he is essentially utilizing the Department of War to blow up sea vessels that he claims has drugs on them without any real investigation, without at least any public acknowledgement of evidence. He has, at the same time, pardoned the former president of Honduras, who was sentenced last year to 45 years in prison for trafficking over 400 tons of cocaine into the United States. And for those of you that are unclear, 400 tons is 2/3 the weight of the Washington Monument in cocaine.
Right.
Like, this was massive amounts of cocaine. 45 years in prison. There were tons of weapons charges that were associated with that. And so on one end, he's talking about being tough on drugs. On the other end, one of the largest narco traffickers in the world who utilized the office of presidency to do so, he's pardoning. And Kay, I mean, you and I have talked about this. This goes beyond hypocrisy to just a whole nother level of criminality.
Yeah, because everybody that's sitting in prison right now with drug charges with a sentence should be calling their attorney, asking how come they are sitting in prison when it's okay for this guy to get a pardon. A president only gets a pardon for 2 reasons: either the person deserves it or has earned it, or the president is getting something out of it. So is he selling pardons? Like, what's he doing? I don't see enough people asking these questions, and you're justifying murdering brown people that are in fishing boats on the water, international waters, but because they're bringing in drugs, so you say. But then this guy who was convicted of bringing in 400 tons of drugs, you give him a pardon. Let's take it another level and let's make it make sense, okay? Because what he's done in the last 2 weeks is he hasn't only done this, but he, in the last 2 weeks, also endorsed in Honduras the party member of this president that he just pardoned. Right.
So the geopolitical realities of this are way deeper. And what the president is doing as it relates to Venezuela, he's also looking for additional support in Central and South America. And as a result, these deals are being made. So none of this is I mean, beyond selling pardons. You're talking about selling pardons for what reason? Selling pardons to be able to continue to do what it is that you're doing in Central America. And so this, to your point, you break the Constitution, number one, by essentially having a declaration of war without Congress.
Right.
And nobody in Congress has the courage Republicans have the courage to call him out. And maybe that's not fair. I haven't heard any Republicans.
Right.
So let me make sure that I'm speaking
Jeff,
from a place of clarity.
For the people listening, real quick, why should the people that are listening to this radio station, why should they care about this? Let's put that out there. Why does this matter?
It matters, number one, because we at least need to be honest about where our president is breaking the law. Number two, the fact that he is breaking the Constitution sets precedent that ultimately is going to affect us, whether we believe it or not. And so with every single thing he does to operate outside of the Constitution sets him up to operate with us outside the Constitution. And so whether we think it matters to us, I heard some people say the other day, why we always caring about what's happening to brown folks, they don't care what's happening to us. That ain't really the point. The point is that what he does to them, he's going to do with us. So whether you feel aligned with Latin folks or Hispanic folks or even Afro-Latinos or not, what he does to them, he will do to us. And in many cases is already doing so. And so I think it's a really important question, Kay. But this is big. This is bigger than just him pardoning somebody. This is geopolitical warfare at its highest level, operating outside the Constitution. And if we don't think that impacts us just as being an American citizens, wait until he does the same thing in our communities beyond what he's already done. And so that's why it matters, Kay, and that's why we need to be diligent, and that's why we need to figure out how we, at the very least, at least talk about it, even if we don't know how to resist it any other way.
Exactly. Thank you, sir.
No, that's good stuff, Jeff. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Hey, so let me know what y'all think, because I think Kay is right. A lot of people are like, man, this don't have nothing to do with me. Let me know what y'all think. Hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG. Man, I love y'all. Always love being on, Rick, and I'll talk to y'all on Thursday.
No, Jeff, we appreciate everything. Love you back, man. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.